Uh, Before and foremost, thanks to everybody that have watched my previous video, and also everybody have left the comments. I'll appreciate each of you, positive or negative. I have a computer this side that I'm gonna be able to look into. Thank you, and thank you. You are already here watching. You're most welcome. Let's carry on with this issue. I'm just that all of a sudden became this madness that all of a sudden became really a saga. Yeah, let me bring you before a content so you guys can understand basically what will be discussed tonight. The raw Cabrera and Marwa separation drama, what real the haters miss it. This is quite important. You have seen the cover of this life and you have realized there is somebody that is not Rocio on the cover. And we are talking about Rocio and Marwa. Yes, indeed. When I had this news, this bomb, I was quite shocked and surprised because I don't comment much late about this situation here, what's going on with this YouTuber and content creator, this great master. It is sometimes I go down, up, but I can tell you, there's been a lot of YouTubers out there, Guatemalans, you mention, you name it, great Africans YouTuber. But as I am Marwa, content creation is like you've been baptized to go to a new church to preach something new. This guy converts believers of another religions. When talk about another religions, people they believe on X, Facebook, all these kind of platforms, social media platform religions, they're out there, and convert them and content creators. And he does with so such pleasure and love, and sometimes we dive in and mix feelings and mix ideas and mix so many things, even we don't understand really what's going on. And one of the things always I have asked myself, does he make money? How he does his money? I don't think he does his money on YouTube. There is something else. He makes his money. Maybe sponsors people behind the scenes, push him forward and encourage him to go. Hello, sir. This is Adria 8723. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I think because before I go so far on that point, I want to mention is the cost of a Mercedes Benz, the cost of a Land Cruiser, the cost of building, only just building. We see his brother and sister. We know materials in Africa, they're cheap, they're accessible, there is a line of credit. Marwa always have a line of credit because it's a good reputation, it's a good pair. He's not those guys that hold on people's money and never go pay. No, he is a clean sheet on that. But it's the cover of this life that is interesting. Why the cover of this life is interesting? This drama, the real haters miss it big time. This was a time that the haters could capitalize. They could come and nail Ayamarwa and destroy Ayamarwa and make Aya Marwa flat, finished and clear. And was no way Aya Marwa could come back and say, oh, it's not true, whatever. So the reason I put this picture on the cover is to tell you what we saw. Even right now, I'm looking to the video here in front of me. I'm trying to think to myself, did she really done that? And then I saw the video after today's video with the Bible, God, religion, and then I'm asking again. I'm watching. This is I don't know if you believe what you are watching. I don't know. Myself, I still shocked. What I'm watching here is true. This is that woman that Marwa met. That woman that went to the village, had a great time, have everything, and over suddenly change it like that. So what did make this woman change? I don't think, to be honest, I hate, I love, I admire, I don't like it. It's a mix. Marwa is a mix. It's a genius. It's a genius. It's a genius. I will tell you why this guy is genius. Sometimes I think some few things that it do is what I have done it previous. If you watch my video, I've said about myself. Even I'm going to talk about things here. And then I say, God, how he can drive himself so smooth, easily, like nothing is happened. That video in Jamaica in the grill really drove Rocio to the edge of her mind. One of the things is the reactors, the negative reactors, positive reactors, they didn't understand the message here. This message that she brought and why she used, even me, I could not figure out. But now I saw the second video and then I saw the post on the community. I realized she crypted this in a such way that if you are not pay attention, you believe this guy is really, really nasty. Because I have a lot of questions. I have questions about the way he treats his people, always when it comes payments, about details inside this house missing, and people have been contributing, paying, buy the things for the house. The things that he says he does, and then over suddenly you see it differently. I have all those questions, but there is something stood out. Something stood out, and everybody missed. I was going around and look this one, that one, that one. All these commentators and everybody, even people they came to comment on my own video. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. I'm glad. Positive, negative, I do respect you. And then I want to say thank you. People put the like, people they didn't like it, whatever, but thank you. Did you realize something here? Well, I'll remind you, the story of Washington is the beginning. The story of Washington. Remember the video of the pig in front of the stadium somewhere in the United States, claiming that he want to be famous, he want to do this, he want to be Mon Marwa, he will be Mon Marwa. How he fell flat. Okay, there is point two. And then remember, this guy shows up in Kenya with the ex-girlfriend of Marwa, and this guy done so much, went to mess with everything with the Marwa past girlfriends and everything, except Rocio and telling you this guy will go to Rocio and Rocio will fail in his graces. Believe me. Watch out this space. So, but did this guy met this girl, Serpentina? Ray Serpentina, where she is now? Remember that problem was not me, was somebody else, blah, 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 blah. Serpentina have tattoos and have a tattoo in the middle. And Rocio have a tattoo the same. Look at this woman tattoos. Look to the tattoos of Rocio. I'm seeing evil. I'm seeing saints. What I'm seeing here, I'm seeing something else. I don't know what I'm seeing. But that woman, Serpentine, if Marwa had opened a window for her to jump in, believe me, she long time, she could be with her head, hands, and everything into. And then today we should not be here. That video of Mrs. I'm calling Mrs. X now, was very well done. And the reason is just why this video came. This woman have everything around. This woman could ignore Ayamara and be there on her world, living on Ayamara blood, without Ayamara even realize. And she decided to do the video. Is there where the lie lays? Is what is in that book, The Art of War. In this book, you have to look for this book. It's a Chinese book, The Art of War. It says there in the book, in any sort of life, on any chance, in any moment, you need be on your ground, the ground that you know. Be comfortable and control the environment to attack your enemy. If you go to attack your enemy on his yard, it will be nasty. Wait for surprise. We see what Trump is going on with Iran. The nasty surprise is getting. We see that. And this relation, we see the same. But what we saw here in this relation is epic. It's epic. It's like writing this 1,000 Nights book of Garcia Marquez, Garcia Marquez book about love, this Colombian writer. Man, this is a bomb. This is something out of proportions. But if there is nothing, no evidence at all, no evidences at all that has been recorded since they met until she done a video that Marwa was cheating on her. That is the first claim, the most important claim. And then is the statement. We decide the part ways. I decided, not we. Take this. Remember on the previous video, I talked to you about 5 issues. So, there it starts. We, number 2. Number 3, the things you see and what you don't see close. He was cheating on me for was cheating on me. 4. And the last, those posts that he knew. There is Muzungu Pebble came here and say, no, Marwa knew. Everybody knows. Even I know on my own affairs. But if I come live here, I'll make it up a story to protect my reputation. And then I stand on Marwa's ground. Whatever he knew, whatever he didn't knew. When I sleep with my wife, it's me and my wife. When we argue, when we have our difference, we have difference. My wife is South African. I'm from Mozambique. There is huge cultural difference, huge. I grew in Latin America environment. I'm not more as African, but if you see my food, I'm more African. But you see, the way I live, the way I talk, the way I engage life, I engage as like a Cuban person because I live in Cuba many years. I've been in South America, I live in Chile. Even I work in Argentina, building the airport. I work in many countries in South America. But what's amazing here is not the culture clutches, is the fact she was very well aware of all these points. She was very well informed. She knew where Marwa gets revenue and how Marwa spend it and how Marwa live. She knew. And she knows. Does not make sense. You come here. And Marwa, thank you, Marwa, was the first one come and spelled the name of Serpentina, right? Because that was, he left Mexico, he went to Jamaica. Is when she started follow him. And she put that in her mind. That is my competition. And she was wrong 100%. Because Marwa have his lesson. His huge mistake. He learned it from Bo. He learned it from Washington. Those two stories gave Marwa what means the mean of rejection. Marwa knows now how rejection is sour and how jealousy can make it you bitter. And this is where the thing is this woman show with us a world, and the way haters went bananas thinking they knew everything, they could navigate Marwa's life, they could navigate, and then they miss all the clues, everything. And one of the most important thing here, the breakup of this relation, are small things, very small things that build it up. I can give you an example. The kitchen. Remember after the party, the comment she done? Build up these, my dears, about African cooking, village girl, whatever. They left the kitchen dirt, whatever. After that, what Rocio has done for that house to have an integrated kitchen. The comments about the toilet, cupboards, fridge, finished kitchen. I have learned it. Behind a great man is a great woman. Every man, successful man, behind that success, There is a woman, a humble woman, a silent voice that makes things work. Now, this runaway bride, like that moved out in Hill, comes and drops the money. So, she had a plan already. She had a plan. She could not develop a career. A career could not kick off. And Mara was the person who came forward and said, you can be anything in life. And motivate her and show her the tools. Now, she was expecting Marwa go out there and make the lobby. Doesn't work like that. This guy is a different guy. This is a different animal. He even state, me, I am a village boy. I will not change. And the mother of Rosia understood that statement. When Marwa arrived in Argentina, she went look for Gali for Marwa. Why? Because she realized this is what my daughter's chosen. This is the heart of my. As I chose her father, she has chosen this man. And she's happy. Until then, all the videos as life was glorious. But after Maisha born, things twist. Somebody make a comment here. She laid the ground. She met somebody already. Well, I'll say, may, the probabilities are always out there. Between 1 and 0, it's possible to reverse things. But I don't think there is some eggs laying somewhere else. What I do think is something very simple. Marwa, in fact, is a difficult bone. A bone, you know a bone? When you have meat and then you have the bone. To twist is a very difficult, it's a hard. If you don't follow his vision, his mind, you end up in a bad books. It talks once, and then that is closed the chapter. And this is the good thing of this guy. It makes him unique. And this is what many people miss the clues of this guy. And here is what everybody's miss. That relation was broken long time before the family arrived. And here is where the proof comes. She had mastered to leave. Not because Marwa was cheated, no, because she had mental issues in adapting what she wants to do, what she doesn't want to do. And we saw videos where she said want to cry, starting with diaries, that start showing instability of her. She not feel a home, make the villa immediately a home. Isolate herself, try to do this, try to make things like everything's all right. But not everything was right because she was portraying a fake image that all of us thought is a relationship, they will work it out, they will make, and people invested money in that. But why she went in that? You know, nyap, nyap, nyap. She said on her video, I talk to my sisters, I talk to my friends, and talk this and this. And that is what it made this relation unstable. people out saying, judging, and cooking what in reality, what she was living was a dream life. She was live a dream. People cooking for her, things she want when he wants, people buying bicycles, motorbikes, and this and that, chocolates or whatever, whatever. But soon as the sun set, internet, Starlink, boom, others influentiate. That is what happened here. It's not only about Marwa family, sister, friends, no. It's all small things, and most them, what now we know, the family. Because she runs with Maisha. She is in the village at a certain point, and she runs with Maisha, goes to Nairobi. She all of a sudden disappears, and Marwa said, no, she's sick. And she appears, you see this person is not sick. Even she can't face the camera. And Marwa is happy with this mitoto. And she knows she can't run because he has covered all the expenses. He has helped her. She has built the momentum for her family be happy, welcome in Kenya. And she could not do anything. She had to come back. What she would want? Reap off the benefits to show them Africa, enjoy good time, and have everything. And the sad part, in front of her family, judge Marwa. There is where the problem lies, the mistake of this woman. The man who opened the doors, put everything in her hand, and she wanna be the judge. And that was the problem in my two previous relations. When she wanna judge me, and then I start questioning myself. I'm giving you my all, my everything, and you judging me. So you're not my partner, my enemy. Let me jump out of this boat as soon as possible. And here is an example when she comes in the cameras and she used the camera, used the video. Why? This is another clue that all these haters or whatever out there miss. They don't do the question. They're enjoying, they're celebrating. But what you are celebrating? What you are celebrating? There is nothing here to celebrate. This is a relationship. Everybody, this backfire big time. As this guy, Raptor, this Jamaican live in the United States camp. This backfire big time. Every single comment of the haters make Marwa solid. Make Marwa more stronger. They add value to the metrics on YouTube about everybody want to know who is this guy, because they don't know how to capitalize, how to explore. Even my friend Zach, the senior, has taken a big cycle around. Even the problem is in front of his nose. what Marwa's father is doing, what the mother is doing, what the letter that one wrote is not the point here. The point is very simple. Is this woman doing things in cameras, say things in cameras, and make us feel everything is wonderful, but inside her heart, that snake on her hand was fighting with Serpentina. Right, Serpentina. On her mind, she had the ghosts. She was fighting ghosts. She created ghosts. We men, we are not perfect. I tell you, many times we act things we say, we done. I remember recently I said something to my sister-in-law, and my wife became a bit jealous. Especially when they come and say, what about Bo? What about this? What about that? Is where these things backfire. Start like, they call what? When the cables, light cables start fire each other, like a circuit going off. That is a woman's mind. Woman's mind have a lot of wires, lot. One wire goes off, my friend, you need to be careful. You need to be very careful. Don't treat a woman like you're treating garbage. Don't treat a woman like you're treating another guy on the street. You need to be careful. You need to be careful what you are dealing with. See Corey, the traveler, how he deals with his missus. Guys, watch Corey's videos when he's talking to his wife. He listen. What Marwa very few times does. And that is when the wires went off, cut her off. But Corey, sometimes you can see, he listen, he looks somewhere, he goes like, let me do this to have peace. Let me find refuge at work. That's what the real man means. You can see a real man when you look at that guy. Not like these Nairobi bananas. I have said, by now he didn't learn nothing. There is this guy at Ekcho's village came and said the same and the simplest thing. He will stood on his friendship, what he knows about the village and Marwa. But never say all that. Let me now bring you something here more interest for you. After all, I said there is more important things here to reveal. She had a plan. But how stupid that plan made a victim. I was expecting, to be honest with you, she used all the tricks are in the book of a woman. When a woman wants to leave a man, will say, you cheat, irreconcilable, ACB, this and that. None of that is true. It's a script from ChatGPT. I recorded and then I put on the ChatGPT. I was like, who she thinks she is. And end of the story, she will not go no way. People, they start to say she will sue Marwa for child benefit, she will, child support, this and that. Yeah, those things will happen. Things will, But there is more deep here when you see this woman come now. Jesus saved me. Whoa, hold on. When you arrive in the village, Jesus was there. Jesus received you in the village. You went to Jesus' house. Jesus welcomed you, opened the arms. That woman, everybody talk bad about. Congrats, mom. Congrats, dad. Your parents, Marwa was rushing to his house. Wanna go show the house. God say no. God say no. The first door these people have to enter this village is these gates. The first meal, the first food these people have to put in their mouth to show to they are really is here in this house. And God knows what he's doing. Why she start the video with the statement, I'm thankful for what Marwa gave me, Maisha. Every single woman is grateful for a man give a child. And this statement shows you weakness, uncertainty. This shows us something. When she arrived in Argentina, all these arrangements, prepare the ground, prepare the scenarios, prepare everything, make the kitchen, make the toilet, make the walls. The house is full of mold. That house is full of mold. That will implicate a lot of health issues because the slope of the roof is flat. I'm an engineer, I can tell you. And then the junction, the construction joint between the neighbor and is where the water slips. Because there is no a continuation to overcome infiltration. And this woman does that statement to bullshit who? I'm a father of two. And I had that 2 times. When my kids born, I was there in the hospital, St. Thomas, there in front of Big Ben in London City. I saw the face of the evil. Say, thank you, Lord, for this man give me this kid. Every mother will say that. Doesn't matter. She is nice, bad, evil, whatever. Is life. I have accepted reality. You are overthinking relationships are complicated, my friend. He is not overthinking. Look, he is reality. My wife is a PhD in economics. But if I tell you that PhD does not apply here, I'm an engineer. I graduate from one of the best universities in the city of London. But when it comes to relationship, each relationship is an equation. You know the greatest books of mathematics? From Dimo DeVich. Find that book. In one of my videos, I have showed the book. Each of the equations is in that book, is what you hear about these aeroplanes, invisible, the electromagnetic attacks, these, what's called ChatGPT, is in that book. And you come and tell me, you overthink? Nothing here overthink. I want to be honest. And the honesty is a simple thing. And how I have found peace in my relationship is how called the Trevor has found in his own relationship. There is the secret. You've been watching this guy. There is the secret. You need sometimes stop, even you're right, and tell yourself, I'm wrong, but you're right. Overthinking. Yesterday, I passed on the center of the city. Is a big sign there written, pharmacy, Boots. And I show her, there's a pharmacy, Boots. When we arrive home, she start talk about Boots. She never saw the sign. And here is what you guys missed, is that issue of judgment. The judgment of not understanding. This relationship broke down because she judged Marwa. That is plain. She started bringing in those relationships that she knows they have failed. She said she had a relationship 5 years. How you have a relationship 5 years? How clean was that? How do you survive a relationship with that snake there? Was that snake there in that relationship? No. Is what is at the table. My relationship works because it's what is at the table. Is what I know. She's not a shirt. She's a human. A shirt can be replaced, but she cannot be replaced. Is how I admire what she's able to bring to my attention. I could not even think. And sometimes I put a blind eye. This is what missed. And this is what the haters, they didn't see it. They thought she was the prophet of profanity. Here, there is no clutches of culture. Here, there is somebody not be able to control their own space. Remember I say the art of war. Create their own space. Marwa said in the video, and she said Marwa was a showman. Created the limit, say, in this house, cameras start over there. Here, you, me, Toto. Why she didn't ever say those staircase make a fussy and videos. I'm keeping talking to Marwa about the kitchen. I've been talking to Marwa about this. I've been talking to Marwa about that. Do you remember when Marwa bought the first horses? Why those first horses came from? To make her feel the queen of Nyambowanzi. To give her the status. To give her the throne that many women want. Remember, she used to go chase him, take food and go give him. That is a mission. That's what God gave to her. And other people start see the videos. They start saying, yo, I will not do it. In South America, they do more than that. Even they go with marmita, you know, those metal things to the work. Sweetheart, here is food. Because life, there's tough. You see how Mr. Luis is finished. Working hard. Very hard. There is nothing left in Argentina. Argentina is a chaos. By the way, thank you for you watching and be here for your comments and everything. But I want to say something before I leave. Is you have to understand that the simplest things that never been commented, never been said, are the things we should come forward and expose. And the amount of things people have been saying, I'm very sorry for both sides. Nobody has nobody has yet nailed it. Nobody. The reasons, the truth of the matter. But the most interesting is the reactors miss it, connect the life of Rocio and the life. God is great because he does those lives on Sunday. And she decided to drop that bomb without realizing. She thought, I'm gonna capture the audience. They discuss whatever. Yeah. I look like that. They have a discussion, a strategy, how they're gonna do it. But she didn't expect how he was going to put the things so smooth, so plain, accepting, and hope and say, I feel sorry for this, not gonna have the opportunity and this of my son and live with my son. Talk in such way like two people trading peanuts. And he even went to an extent making jokes. That was Marwa's genius, where he can make people even not figure out this Muzungu or Pelebe say, oh, he knew about this. Anybody knows anything. Until it's not in video, and still it's not here, doesn't count. What counts is what you see, what you hear, and then the assumptions. And the assumption is the biggest mistake. This fellow the boy. The boy thought he took the flow from Marwa. Look where he is. Many people took the flow from Marwa. Look where they are. Where is Nairobi bananas? Call himself a teacher. How disgracefully became. These JT podcast building narratives that sometimes you try to say, okay, this is like a TV show, it's like a talk show, but where is the direction of this talk show? I prefer Kibi, the YouTuber. It made the sense. I am Carol and whatever's out there. They don't make sense. Only the woman, only people make sense here is, what's her name? Marwa. My friend Zach sometimes fluctuate because he picks there, and then there is no the flow for people to understand. That is one of the issues. But I want to tell you guys, this drama, the winner, the best ever winner in YouTube content in Africa, 2026, even there's still a few months to go. It, as Marwa came out, and Marwa put plain in his, my next girlfriend, he was playing. Remember when he was talking to his mama and say, I want to have 5 wives and kids. I still remember those videos. Remember how he went to the house of this gentleman in Washington, this Kenyan, and he came down to reality because he knew he was not in his ground. He could not fight. Mr. Mutua, I take my hat, respect for you. Remember those girls he met in South America, how he enjoyed every single moment with them. And never in any moment in time accept the drama of the Polish girl because of the pig. If the pig was not there, that could be another flower on his garden. Marwa is a genius. You're gonna say whatever. I hate the guy. I don't like him. I love him. I don't know this guy. This is a guy gonna wake up tomorrow morning, will talk us rubbish, will tell us, insult us, but we still believe and go watch him. This is a genius. It's not about the numbers. It's about what is and how he sees and how he knows. And that script of this woman saying, what? Let me see. Remember what was the word she said. It's quite interesting. Rocio announcement, ne? I have something to announce. That was a graveyard. It was not the end. She can change narrative. I'll be so happy to see Rocio change narrative and create a more broader perspective, talk in the woman community. As a mother, like she wrote that book and everything. And bring together others to share their own experience in life. This will be great. It will be monumental. That can explode it. But drama, where you portray a character of victim, while the victim is the person, you choose to leave it out, sit down and say, my friend, unfortunately, for me, is end the road. Between you and I respect, we have a child in that, and go and leave it there on the archives. And one day, come out, say, you didn't see me, I have started a new life, everything is fine. Me and him, we're still friends, we still talk, we still do whatever. That could be the great, but just prepare everything. Paint the walls, paint toilets, paint this, fix this, buy this, put the tiles, mold. You should spray, you should kill that mold first. And then put those tiles. And then correct the roof. But the run was so much. Even you look at the picture, how the picture of the scenario was prepared. The bedroom, the lights, the deco. Man, tell me. I've been smoked weed. No me hablen de esto. Yo estuve ahí, sé que eso. La peor cosa que hay para un hombre es cuando una mujer le acusa de algo. That is the last thing. When a woman accuses a man about something to prove otherwise, there is the problem. Remember I said the brain of a woman is full of wires. One wire goes off, it's over. If you don't repair, how to repair? Sometimes take your time. You have to redeem yourself. You have to prove that you're really wrong. And she will keep that as a weapon against you. Never will say it. If you derail, she will come with that gun. You are. Yeah. This is all about relationships. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And I appreciate for your comments. I didn't read everything. I was also in Cuba, that Margarita Elias. Muchas gracias. ¿Dónde estuviste en Cuba? En la isla de Juventud, en La Habana, Camagüey, Segura Ávila, Santiago de Cuba, Matanza, ¿dónde? Yo estuve en la isla, en La Habana. Rocio was in a mission. Okay, that is Enoch. Rocio was not in a mission. Never she been in a mission. The things here I have said is after Argentina, when the baby born, where she got poison. Is after Argentina. Is after the parents get involved, the sisters, the family. They saw this character and the image. You see what the father of her and the mother, the head think about Africa. When they asked, they say they are surprised and shocked. And many people remember this woman married to a Kenyan guy that does safari. She's an American from Utah. The same statement, except the Bishangas, Koro's wife family. They knew Africa. They've been in Africa before. They have this coffee business. They have like two boys, three boys, one girl. Miidi something. Blogs. Why this woman failed? Africa is the land of milk and honey, as my sister-in-law says. My lovely sister-in-law, Tona, from South Africa. Antonia Damusa, a very proud South African. She says very clear, with love and so warm, Africa is milk and honey. And this, the proof of this is when she landed, when Rocio landed. You see the way Uncle Mo dance, receive, how she was loved and accepted. How the kids, this is Africa. This is what we are. We are not selfish people. Like we see these whole YouTubers flourishing in Nyambwanzi. Come here, look the death of this gentleman. Because of just YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you have to say, everybody has missed big time this drama. Miss it big time. Marwa is a genius that I hate, I love. I don't understand this guy. This guy is out of the box. This guy is a guy who will surprise us. He have already announced. My next girlfriend. Hear me. Hear me. Me, I'm a village boy. He already announced it. Who does that? You're gonna tell me that guy's crazy? I don't think so. Yeah, he has his deficiencies, he has problems that he need to overcome, of civilization, manners, and all this, but this is normal. Nobody will be perfect. I accept it. He need to learn to engage with people. He need to learn to see the business perspective. He need to lean back some beliefs not express, just fire out, be too much liberal. But it takes time. Even YouTube was surprised with his success. See, Guantanamaya. Now, Guantanamaya is talking about fortune. He's talking about fortune and all that. Did Guantanamaya done that orphanage? Was where in Zimbabwe, Malawi, somewhere? No, we just spoke it. Did anybody criticize? How many things Guantanamaya has promised, never done it even. Nobody even came and say, hey, you say I'm gonna do this, you're gonna be that, you're gonna be ambassador, this and this. But this guy, everybody goes after his ass. Sorry about the word. Because he's a genius. Keep the YouTuber. Whoa, 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 whoa. He just was backing back. He didn't bite it. Where is Dubai's? Yeah, they. Marwa still stand. Get into his back and Chihuahua. Where goes? Marwa still there. Good evening. Thank you for being here. Leave your comments if you like, please. That come more times. This is my view, my analysis about all this drama of this relationship that went sour, life that end up backfire, and the negative reactors miss details, because this is a build-up of many things. Nobody lives a relationship with everything beautiful around, with the great stuff, with the big investments. Only a stupid person does. That woman, Ray Serpentina, doesn't have nothing to do. It's just a ghost on her mind. And that ghost will be there forever. And Maisha, when you grow up, will tell her, are you crazy? Did you thought properly what you put me through? Maisha will be left with the grandparents because she will have to go work and find money. Argentina is bankrupt. It's a country difficult to live in. Very difficult. The economy fluctuates. Where she will find food to put on the table. The child support. I want to tell you about this child support, whatever. All the women's, this is something women will not like a statement. You give them a child support for support the child. They go and paint nails, look after themselves. I have 2 kids. I have put the money. When I used to go have an opportunity to see my own son, I used to get shocked, saying, oh my Lord. Until my son got to 12, he could call me, say, Dad, I don't have food. I used to send him extra money. I said, that money for you to go somewhere, buy food, eat. And my son, when he got 19, came and said, Dad, I got a job. Here's £100. I want to give you this £100. I said, why you have to give me £100? I said, Dad, you teach me something. And then I learned it. My son is a self-taught engineer. At 12 years old, he was already coding. But nobody knew me and my son we were talking. It was a secret, top secret. And our relationship is much better than ever the mother taught. He has no hard feelings. It's reality. It's not overthinking. Relationships are 2 ways, a motorway. There is a traffic going that way, there's a traffic come this way. You need to synchronize things. You need to listen, thinking, and act in such way you can harmonize, not create conflicts. Good evening. Bye.